Well, it's 2019. It's been a year, and I'm now in front of the generic department store here in Melbourne. They didn't pay me money, so I'm not saying which one it is, to look at their Christmas windows. Unfortunately, there is no actual story here. There's none written down, at least, and so I'm going to have to play it by ear and actually try to cobble together something using the material provided. There's a fire truck behind there. Oh, that's going to end up taking the story a bit, isn't it? And here in the first vignette are the Gumnut babies. Just look at them cavorting there in their natural habitat. They're not smiling, are they? They've got a certain look of concern, and they're queuing up. Oh dear! Look at the sky over there. It's kind of red, and if you have a look there, they've got a tram, and they're going on board these cars and stuff. I think they're evacuating. The bushfire's coming. Let's see what happens in the next window. Well, it looks like they're safe for now. They're safely in these pods that are hanging from the sky, from somewhere in the sky. Except for that one, he's looking a little concerned. He's shaking a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. They're running businesses in their little refugee camps. And look, there is a spider, a large spider with scissors on his head. But that's really okay. I mean, if you're Australian, you know that any and all spiders, large spiders that is, they're all okay. They're lovely creatures actually. They just they eat bugs. Which, I mean, bugs are certain bugs at least are an enemy of the gum tree, which, I mean, the Gumnut babies are, baby gum trees after all, and so everything is perfectly normal. In fact, look, if you see a giant spider in Australia, don't worry. He's just going to sit on your bathroom wall and munch as many bugs as he can and watch you while you're bathed. So it's all completely normal and natural. But as you can see, everything's fine. Look, they're back from their refugee camp, and they're happily dancing and sitting sitting and rotating and playing on roller skates, and everything is now fine. But look at the look on their faces. They're still concerned, even though the fire has left their tree untouched by gum. I think they're missing somebody. I think somebody must have died, and they're all looking shaken, even while they celebrate. And here we find out who they're missing. It's the legendary voice and left hand of Big Bird, Carol Spinney. And of course, also Oscar the Grouch. I mean, that one Gumnut baby is dressed like Oscar the Grouch. I mean, May Gibbs died in the 60s, and Oscar was ginger then. And you can see she's wearing a hat that looks kind of like a garbage can lid, so it must be Oscar the Grouch. That one is. But now they memorialise somebody they all admire and respect. Yes, the fires, while sparing the Gumnuts, have made functionally extinct the koala. You can tell this is symbolised by there being a gag across the koala's mouth, symbolising that he's not going to make it. But while there's life, there's hope. Yes, the koalas might be functionally extinct, but they still want to celebrate, because with the bushfires, yes, a lot of the forest died, but with the trees dying, they spread their seeds. The fire burst the seed pods, and the next generation of eucalypts will be born. And there will be a fight to save the koalas from functional extinction, the fight has already begun. And yes, while Big Bird has lost his voice, a new generation of puppeteers will take on the challenge and voice Big Bird and Oscar. And of course, as is traditional, we go on to the last and final window. And yet again, it is something completely irrelevant, some kid being born or something. But if you have a look down at the bottom, there are presents under this tableau, and it's got, they're wrapped in ribbons in the form of the English flag, which is kind of baffling unless you know that with Brexit and with the Scottish National Party and the Democratic Ulster Party getting a large amount of votes, the UK is pretty much finished, and it's just going to be England on their own. Well, with Wales, but they don't get representation on the flag because, you know, they're Wales. So, you know, that's what Boris Johnson does, really. Merry Christmas.